So if I want to go ahead and grab this little connector bit here, there's one little thing I want to show you, and that is that for my low poly shape that I have here, you've noticed that I've gone ahead and deleted out my back face polygon that was originally back here for this cylindrical shape. So if I go ahead and put my Turbo Smooth modifier on here and give it a few iterations, you'll notice that the silhouette along this back where that polygon used to be is basically unaffected. The only thing that's changing is this front part here. And so it's important to realize that anytime you have an open face like this, that Turbo Smooth is basically going to just ignore that calculation altogether. So if I go ahead and grab this face and go ahead and give it edge control using the extrude tool, just like what we normally would do, and go ahead and hit the Turbo Smooth, it's going to do a nice calculation for the front. But bear in mind that anytime you have an open face like that, that's essentially being taken out of the calculation almost entirely. And so we can go ahead and exit that, and that piece is very, very simply taken care of. Now, using this exact same process, we can go ahead and grab this inner pole here, and I'm going to go ahead and isolate the selection, and you'll notice that we have the end polygons on this on the caps here on the ends of these cylinders. And so, for example, if I go ahead and hit Turbo Smooth right now, we're going to get this sort of a bullet-shaped cigar-looking thing. That's obviously not what we want, but that's because we haven't added any sort of an edge control on this face down here on both of these ends. And so if we go ahead into polygon mode and we just go ahead and I'm going to grab everything and then deselect, and that's going to give us both of those polygons. And if I go ahead and just delete that, that basically means, just like what we did with the earlier shape, that it's going to be completely taken out of that calculation when we go ahead and put that Turbo Smooth on. And so what we'll have is a very nice high poly smoothed cylinder without having to worry about the ends of them being taken into account whenever the Turbo Smooth is applied. So with that in mind, if I go ahead and pull the camera back just a little and grab the main pole that this whole object is attached to, that cylinder is exactly the same. I can go ahead and hit Turbo Smooth on that, add a couple iterations, and that shape is done as well.